Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The short hands, it's Ferguson. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Duggar. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Adams. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one.
There he goes. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. He might want another play. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Notre Dame.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Duggar. They're setting up the screen. Got some room into the goal line. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. And this bounces out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback and a... They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Dang, that's unfortunate. I wish I could say I've never seen that before, but I've seen Reese run routes. You know, when we go to all these different stadiums and call these games, we go on the field and do a spin session before the game. That looked just like Reese Davis.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Leaves it with the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The kick is on its way. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Notre Dame is feeling the momentum after that fumble recovery. Here they are on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Young. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Finds his big tight end. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They go to the ground. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Oh, lack of concentration that time by the receiver. If he catches it, it's going to be a first down. You just have to look that ball in. Do what you do every single day in practice. In your sleep, that's a bad break for the offense early.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Now he's looking into the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Quick release by the QB. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. The toss to the right. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Pass to and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, a good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Snagged in the middle. It's Adams. great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Dropping back, it's Duggar. Now he's going to break the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's Young. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Washington. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll run it from the gun. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
They punted away on fourth down. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. Dumps it to the back. Caught over the middle, it's Young. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Finds his man. It's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab inside the 30. Here he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Once he got some room, it was over. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Irish, back on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Duggar. Got a man in the middle. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame's football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Hands it off. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Adams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Here's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. At the 35, he's open. Down to seam on the left. Touchdown, Irish! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Grab behind the line. It's White. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got
touchdown Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Picked off. What a play to set him up. bringing it back. He's at the 10.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Brown. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. He makes the grab. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll take a deep shot here. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Oh, they're after him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got the first down and more. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Duggar. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Trying to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. This offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. It's complete on the right side. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Obviously, great job picking up the 1st down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the 3rd quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Unloads to the wideout. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end now in motion. They'll try the run. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Gets the back moving. The run to the right. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Makes the catch. It's Adams. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be right out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. Looking to pass, it's Duggar. The screen, and watch out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Iron! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 13 over Vanderbilt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And
he's going to fire deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Handoff to the lone back. Turning it on. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Easy. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Cricket. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation, the quarterback hits him in.
Touchdown, Arkansas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw in that touchdown pass.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Here come the Irish back on offense. Scanning the field, it's Duggar. Good timing on the quick out.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. The screen, he can go. There he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame. He got a step and just dusted the field. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now they'll run the draw. Jukes his way for more. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The defense is dialed in right now, guys. They've got the lead. They're expecting pass. Offense trying to go 4 verticals, but all game long, this defense has stepped up, and they force another incompletion.
The Razorbacks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Sends it downfield. Makes a grab on the shot. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Razorbacks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
The Razorbacks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. Right down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
Punt is on its way. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Send that offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run play action. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on 1st down. Complete to the left. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Back to pass, it's Duggar. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Moving out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? Give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pass is incomplete, but I think the defense was offsides, and this will probably be a first down. What a costly mistake by this defense, and that really ought to do it, and the offense should be able to run out the clock. So this defense just shot itself in the foot, and now they'll have to try to stand up again after just handing the offense a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that is...
Trying to get behind the defense. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of